Hi, I'm Monica Garbisch. I teach a gentle yoga class for the Sheboygan Recreation Department. Today we're going to do a 20-minute gentle yoga stretching routine. Let's start out with a cross-legged position. And if it's more comfortable for you to sit on a pillow, you can do that as well. Or if you like to lay down on your back on your mat, you can stretch out on your mat. And close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. We're going to focus on our breathing for a moment. Just letting ourselves come up centered, letting go of any thoughts of the day. With yoga, we do all our breathing through the nose. If that doesn't feel right for you, you can definitely do your exhales through your mouth. And focus on your abdomen. We're going to do some abdominal breathing, bringing in lots of oxygen. And taking a deep inhale, inflating the abdomen as if you have a balloon in your belly. And bring the breath all the way to the top of the head. And then on your exhales, let the breath all the way out. And take another deep inhale. And a long exhale. Maybe even feel your navel sinking back towards your spine on the end of your out breath. Take a deep inhale. And long exhale. And doing a couple of these on your own. And just feel yourself connecting to your body. Noticing the floor beneath you. Maybe feeling your body relaxing. Notice your jaw is soft. Letting go of tension in this area. And let's lay down flat on our backs. Centering yourself. Take a deep inhale, bring your arm over your head. And on your exhale, we're going to bring the right knee up to the chest, grab around the shin, and pull back towards the head. Letting your shoulders come down towards the floor. And maybe take the knee to the right side of the body and pull it up underneath the armpit. And release. Straighten out the right leg. Take a deep inhale, bring your arms over your head, stretch it up. And exhale, draw the left knee up to the chest, grab around the shin, and hug it in. Continue with your abdominal breathing. And then maybe take the left knee to the left side of the body and hug it up underneath the arm. And release, straighten that leg all the way down. And let's bend both knees, feet flat on the floor. Lower back flat on the mat. Place the right ankle on your left knee. Maybe press the right knee away from you. Inhale, we're going to bring the left leg back, grab behind the thigh. Thread the needle. Continue with abdominal breathing. Be feeling a nice stretch on the back of that right hip. Maybe if you'd like, you can keep your hands behind the thigh, or maybe grab onto the knee, or even grab onto the right leg. Whatever feels right for you. And lower the left foot flat on the floor. Take a deep inhale and bring your right foot up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, grab behind the thigh, and on your exhale, we're going to pull that thigh back towards the chest. If you can bend your knee here if you'd like. Just try to keep that thigh nice and straight. And release. Cross the right leg over the left with the knees close together and lower the legs to the left side. Place your left hand on top of that right thigh. Now we're going to take the right arm, we're going to take it out to the side, stretching out that right shoulder, allowing the shoulder to relax down to the floor. Inhale, slowly coming back up again. Uncross the legs. And exhale, down. Placing the left foot on the right knee. Inhale, the right leg comes back, grab behind the thigh or around that knee. And exhale, pulling back towards the chest. Shoulders should be flat on the floor here. Your back is wide on the floor. And check in with your abdominal breathing. Taking in some deep inhales, long exhales. And place the right foot flat on the floor. Take a deep inhale, bring that left foot up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, grab behind the thigh. Exhale, bringing that thigh closer to the chest. Feeling that stretch in the back of the leg, the hamstring. And release. Cross the left leg over the right with the knees close together and take the knees down to the right side. And then we're going to open up that left shoulder, taking the arm out to the side and just allowing the shoulder to relax down towards the floor. If you like, you can turn your head towards the left if it's comfortable for you with the neck. Take a deep inhale, slowly coming back up again. And exhale and cross the legs and let both heels draw away from the body, straighten the legs all the way down. Inhale the arms over the head, reach the fingertips up, maybe even point the toes down for a long body stretch. On your exhale, we're going to slowly draw both knees up to the chest, grab around the shins, squeeze it in for a little boat. And release. Place both feet flat on the floor. Take your arms away from the body. We're just going to do a little twisting here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. We're going to lower the legs to the right side. Inhale, coming back up to center. And then to the left side. And exhale, switching sides. Inhale, left. And exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. And exhale. Let's roll ourselves up, coming to a comfortable seated position. If you like, you can use a pillow or a folded blanket or a folded towel to pad your hips. And let's sit nice and tall, stretching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Let's do a side stretch. Take a deep inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, leaning into that left hand, reach it over, keeping the sit bones flattened to the floor. With yoga, we always have a gaze point, so you can either be looking down at the floor, straight out in front of you, or maybe underneath that arm. Breathing into a nice long waist. Deep inhale, slowly coming up. Exhale, the arm down to the floor. Inhale, the left arm comes up. Leaning into the right hand, exhale, reach it over to the left. Inhale, slowly coming up. And exhale, the arm down. Let's take a deep inhale and open the arms to the side and then squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. On your exhale, take your arms out in front of you, interlock the fingers, and push the palms forward, stretching out the palms, fingers, and wrists. And release. Inhale, let's bring our elbows behind us and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then exhale, bring your arms out in front of you again, interlock the fingers, and pull your hands away from you. Now we're going to slowly lower the hands down towards the floor. You're feeling a nice stretch in between the shoulders here, maybe the traps. Keep your breathing going, just keeping the hands stretched away from you. And bringing the hands back out in front of you again. Keeping your fingers interlocked, we're going to push the palms up towards the ceiling. And release it down. Nice tall spine. Take a deep inhale, lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, we're going to take the left hand and place it on the outside of the right knee. And we're going to twist, looking towards the back of the room, and just placing that right hand onto the floor. Continue with your breathing. Deep inhale coming to the front. And exhale, switching sides. Inhale, coming to the front. And exhale, take your legs out in front of you and shake it out. And we're going to go to our hands and knees, but we're going to do one more stretch here. Forward fold. And in yoga, when we do our forward folds, we always hinge from the hips, keeping the lower back flat. We don't want to be hinging from the lower back or bending from the lower back. So we're going to sit nice and tall with our hands at our sides, lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And take a deep inhale, bring your arms over your head, and exhale, bring the rib cage forward and lower your hands down to wherever they may fall, either on the mat or on your shins, behind your calves. And pretend you have a string pulling from the middle of your center of your scalp and keeping that string nice and long from the hips all the way up to the crown of the head. Now we're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to come up. And exhale, we're going to go back into that same stretch. Or maybe just bring your arms down a little further. If you like, you can flex the feet here. And release. Just round the back and shoulders and bring yourself all the way up. And let's take it to our hands and knees. Tabletop position. If you like, you can use a towel or folded blanket to pad your knees. And with tabletop, we have the hips above the knees and the shoulders above the wrists. Palms are planted into the floor with the fingers spread. We're going to do some warm-ups for the spine called cats and cows. Starting out with cow, we're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to bring the hips up towards the ceiling and let the middle of the body sink down and bringing it up the head for cow. And we're going to go into cat. So we're going to draw that tailbone down, tuck it under, round the back and shoulders, bring the chin to the chest. Going back into the cow, dip the middle, hips and head come up. And cat, draw the tailbone down, round the back and shoulders, chin to chest. Let's add some breath here. Deep inhale, cow. And long exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale back to the tabletop. And exhale, we're going to go into C pose. So we're going to bring the feet off the mat to the right side and then walk the hands towards towards the feet. And walking it back to center, bringing the feet back to center, and then taking the feet to the left side. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, walking the hands to the left. Inhale, coming back to the center, and exhale back to tabletop. We're going to do a couple lunges here. So we're going to take the right foot forward in between the hands with your hands framing the foot on both sides. If you have blocks at home, this is a good time to use some yoga blocks. It allows you to keep the spine nice and straight. If you don't, you can place your hands or fingertips onto the floor. Still let the hips relax down to the floor. And you want to make sure your hips are square here. You don't want to be cockeyed with your hips. You want to make sure they're square to the floor and to the top of your mat. Keep your breathing going. If you want a deeper stretch here, you want to make sure you keep the right knee over the ankle and adjust that back leg if you want a deeper stretch. Now we're going to roll back on the heel, maybe bring that heel forward a little bit, and we're going to do a forward fold over that right leg, keeping the back flat as possible. And again, if you have your blocks here, your blocks come in handy for this one. And we're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to go back into that lunge. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, fold. Letting the rib cage come down towards the thigh. Inhale, lunge. Maybe lifting up the heart. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, fold. Now we're going to take that right leg back, coming back into our tabletop. Inhale, the left foot comes forward. Knee over ankle, framing that left foot with your hands. Making sure your hips and shoulders are square. And just letting the hips sink down. Let the hips relax down towards the floor. And we're going to roll back onto the heel. And we're going to do a forward fold over that left leg, keeping the back flat as possible. And take a deep inhale, coming back into the lunge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, rolling back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, roll. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, we're going to take that left foot back. Now we're going to bring our hips back towards the heels and come down for child pose. You can either cross your arms out in front of you or stretch your arms out in front of you and bring the forehead all the way down to the floor or to your crossed arms. And just taking a couple deep breaths here, relaxing the lower back. And let's come up to our comfortable seated position. And that's it for today. If you'd like, you could take a few minutes just closing your eyes and relaxing the body before you start your day. I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute gentle yoga stretching routine.